Here's your wrestling news for March 29th, 2022. And your headlines for today include: WWE simply used a loophole for Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar segment. WWE stars pulled from Raw. What happened after Raw? What happened with Seth Rollins after Raw went off the air? Tony Khan has heated discussion with top AEW star. Steiner brothers set for 2022 WWE Hall of Fame induction. WWE's booking of Bianca Belair-Becky Lynch segment on Raw. Female star offers her wig to Becky Lynch after Bianca Belair cuts her hair on Raw, and more. We are kicking off today with Monday Night Raw, which served as the go-home edition of the Red brand before WrestleMania 38. Before Raw, it had been advertised that WWE Champion Brock Lesnar and Universal Champion Roman Reigns would be in the same building, with fans expecting a confrontation between the two. Instead, fans saw two separate promos from the two champions, and while WWE technically didn't promise anything it didn't deliver, implying it would be a face-to-face interaction was a dirty move to pop a rating. There is one last show before WrestleMania, this Friday's SmackDown, and it's likely both men will appear on the show. As to what they'll do, that's hard to say, although a face-to-face confrontation, perhaps coming to blows, seems like the most obvious answer. This week's Raw has shown to never expect the obvious from WWE's booking. Ahead of last night's Raw, WWE had promoted a tag team match between the Alpha Academy and the Street Profits that had been advertised all of last week. Not long before the show, though, the match was removed from WWE.com, and we now know more about what happened. Fightful Select reports that the match was listed on the internal run sheet for Raw as of 7 p.m. Eastern and was meant to take place after the opening segment featuring WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. In the main event, Raw Tag Team Champions RK Bro defeated SmackDown's Tag Team Champions The Usos, while Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs were at ringside and brawled with The Usos post-match. The Street Profits also got involved, attacking RK Bro, and despite the announced match, Alpha Academy never appeared on the show. At this time, the Triple Threat Raw Tag Team title match is still set for WrestleMania, despite Alpha Academy being pulled from the Go-Home Raw. The last time Alpha Academy wrestled, it was at live events last weekend, but with the duo not appearing since then, it remains to be seen if they'll be at WrestleMania. Last night's show had a major focus on Seth Rollins, who finally got his WrestleMania match against a yet-to-be-announced opponent. After all the hurdles and obstacles in his way, Rollins met with Vince McMahon and was told if he wanted to be on WrestleMania, all he had to do was ask. It was a hilarious segment that highlighted both men's character work, but Rollins will only know who he'll face at WrestleMania when he's in the ring. It's going to be interesting to see how WWE uses the segment to tease fans before Cody potentially comes out for his return. Many fans may be confident that Rhodes will return this weekend, but WWE isn't confirming anything just yet, as Seth's unique road to WrestleMania has finally come to fruition. Rollins' night didn't just end there, though, as after the show, he competed in not one, but two post-Raw matches. After Raw ended with Randy Orton and Riddle standing tall over the Usos, Austin Theory challenged RK Bro to a match and picked Seth Rollins as his partner. It's hard to call this a match, as Riddle pinned Theory in 3 seconds to win the match for RK Bro, and the post-Raw shenanigans didn't end there. Angered by the loss, Theory berated Rollins, despite being the one who took the pin, and challenged him to a singles match, which the former Universal Champion would make quick work of. Ending the night with a pedigree, a nod to the now-retired Triple H, Rollins certainly picked up momentum after Raw and sent the crowd home happy. On the cusp of perhaps his most important non-title match this weekend, Rollins is expected to face the returning Cody Rhodes, which will certainly be a WrestleMania moment for the Architect. AEW news now, as MJF is known for getting in people's faces on camera, and now there's been a major incident behind the scenes. That's according to Fightful, who note that over the weekend, the Salt of the Earth had a heated discussion with AEW president Tony Khan. The issue between the two stemmed from an interview with Ariel Helwani last week, where MJF discussed his current contract, possibly joining WWE, Cody Rhodes' departure, and other topics. Khan was reportedly furious that the interview had been set up without notifying AEW's PR team, and it was said that the discussion left both him and MJF frustrated. MJF is also reportedly annoyed about his contract status, as he still has nearly 2 years before his current deal expires, and has said that he isn't afraid to stir the pot and tease leaving. Sources within AEW have said that the interview would not have been an issue if it were set up by AEW's PR team first. MJF said in the interview that WWE has shown interest in him but can't disclose what's been said, but said that he will go wherever the most money is in 2024. In an update from Dave Meltzer, it said that the issues between the two men have now been settled and that there was no physical fight between the AEW president and his employee. Things may have been settled for now, but we imagine it's only a matter of time before MJF teases leaving AEW again, and we'll just have to see what relationship the pair have when his deal is close to expiring. This Friday, the WWE will induct their latest class into the Hall of Fame, and now a truly legendary tag team will be involved. It was previously reported that WWE planned on inducting the Steiner brothers, but it's now been confirmed that Rick and Scott will be inducted. There's no word yet on who will be inducting the duo, though many have predicted Rick's son Braun Breaker, who will be challenging for the NXT Championship the next night. Two-time WWF Tag Team Champions, the Steiners also had success in WCW, ECW, TNA, and other promotions. Given some of the hateful things Scott has said about WWE, especially Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, it's quite surprising to see the Steiners get the nod, but he and Rick will join The Undertaker, Big Van Vader, Queen Sharmell, and Shad Gaspard as members of the WWE Hall of Fame Class of 2022. Back to Raw, as a highlight of this week's go-home show was the build towards the Raw Women's Championship match at WrestleMania. Well, it's quite silly that Bianca Belair has returned from what was called a potentially career-ending injury in a matter of weeks. It's all part of suspending disbelief as a fan. Other than Belair's miraculously quick recovery time, fans saw a great segment between the EST and Becky Lynch, with the challenger cutting off some of Lynch's hair. Belair knows all about taking care of her hair, and the Raw Women's Champion was clearly infuriated by the gall of the EST of WWE. With Belair standing tall last night, it wouldn't be surprising to see Lynch retain this weekend in what could be the opener of Night 1 of WrestleMania. With that said, Belair needs a win over Lynch in response to her defeat at SummerSlam 2021, and this will make for an interesting dynamic in the long-awaited rematch between the EST and big-time Bex. And we're ending with more from the Becky Lynch haircutting from this week, as the Raw Women's Champion has found an unlikely ally from SmackDown. After Raw went off the air, SmackDown's Naomi tweeted that she has a ton of wigs, and if Lynch needs one, all she has to do is ask. As for Naomi, she'll be teaming with Sasha Banks to challenge for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships at WrestleMania, but she'll be down a wig should the man take her up on her offer. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.